Virgo, your financial reality is about to flip completely. What I'm picking up on as I tune into this energy is a massive shift happening in your relationship with money, from struggle to ease, from scarcity to abundance, from counting every dollar to having breathing room, from broke to not broke, and for some of you, from broke to actually wealthy. This isn't gradual. That's what makes this reading significant. The energy around this isn't slow climb, it's jump, leap, sudden shift. Like you're operating at one financial level and then boom, you're at a completely different level. And the gap between those levels is significant, life changing, significant. What's creating this shift? Where is this money coming from? Let me read what's showing up for different people watching, different sources, but all substantial, all enough to change your circumstances, all arriving in ways that might surprise you because you're not used to money coming easily or abundantly. Career breakthrough for many of you, a new job that pays significantly more, a promotion that comes with a major raise, a opportunity in your field that elevates your income. You've been qualified for this level for a while, you just haven't been in the right place or the right position. And that's changing. The right opportunity is finding you. And when it does, your income jumps dramatically. Business taking off for others, something you started or something you're about to start. That side hustle that's been slow suddenly accelerates. That business idea that's been brewing suddenly executes. And it works. Not just okay, really works. Money starts flowing in, clients start appearing, sales start happening. What was a trickle becomes a stream, becomes a flood. Investment paying out. For some, something you put money or time or energy into a while ago, and it's been sitting there not doing much, and then it explodes. Could be actual financial investment, could be crypto or stocks or real estate, could be investment in yourself, in education, in skills, in relationships. And now that investment returns multiplied more than you put in, enough to shift your financial reality, unexpected money for others, inheritance, settlement, someone paying you back, refund, money appearing from sources you didn't anticipate, not lottery, not winning something, but money that's yours that you didn't know was coming or didn't expect to be this much. And it lands, and suddenly you have resources you didn't have yesterday, or multiple income streams forming, not just one source, several. Your job plus your side thing plus passive income plus unexpected sources. And individually, each stream might not be huge, but collectively they add up to way more than you're making now. Your financial life becomes diversified, protected, more stable because it's not dependent on one source. The broke part, let me acknowledge where you've been, because the shift from broke to rich only means something if we're honest about broke. You've been struggling, really struggling, living paycheck to paycheck if you're lucky, not having enough if you're not, counting change, overdrafting accounts, choosing between necessities, stressed constantly about money, feeling trapped by lack of it, feeling like you can't breathe because financial pressure is crushing you and it's affected everything. Your mental health, your relationships, your choices, your ability to dream or plan or hope, money, stress, colors everything, makes everything harder, makes you feel like you're failing even when you're doing your best, and you're so tired of it, so tired of struggling, so tired of just barely surviving, so ready for something to change. That desperation, that exhaustion, that's actually part of what's creating the shift. Because you've hit a point where you can't keep doing this, where staying broke isn't an option anymore, where you're willing to try things you weren't willing to try before, take risks you weren't willing to take, work harder or smarter or differently. The breaking point becomes the breakthrough point. Your desperation becomes your motivation. What rich actually means here. Because rich is relative. For some of you, rich is six figures. For others, rich is not worrying about rent. For some, rich is wealth. For others, rich is just comfort. The reading isn't showing me one specific number. It's showing me enough, more than enough. Enough to not just survive, but to actually live. Enough to breathe. Enough to save. Enough to enjoy. Enough to feel secure. You'll have choices. That's what money creates. Choices you don't have when you're broke. Where to live, what to eat, what to wear, how to spend your time, whether to take a trip, whether to help someone, whether to invest in yourself. When you're broke, survival makes all your choices for you. When you have money, you get to choose, and that freedom is what you're moving toward. You'll stop stressing about bills, about emergencies, about whether your car breaking down means disaster. You'll have buffer, savings, safety net. The constant low level panic that's been your soundtrack for however long will finally quiet. You'll sleep better, breathe easier, exist without that tight knot of financial anxiety in your chest. How to prepare for this? Because going from broke to rich requires readiness. Get your mindset right. Stop operating from scarcity. Stop the broke mentality even while you're still broke. Start thinking like someone who has money, making choices like someone who values themselves, carrying yourself like someone who's going somewhere. The external shift is coming. But the internal shift needs to happen too. Handle your money better. Even the little you have now, track it, budget it, respect it. You can't manage abundance if you can't manage scarcity. Learn money management now with your small amounts. So when big amounts come, you're not overwhelmed. You're not reckless. You're not someone who gets money and immediately loses it because you never learned how to keep it. Position yourself for opportunity. Say yes to things. Network, be visible, be available. Put yourself in rooms where opportunities exist. Apply for jobs you're not sure you're qualified for. Pitch ideas. Start projects. Take action even when you're scared. Money flows toward movement, toward people who are doing things. Sitting still waiting for money to find you doesn't work. You have to meet it halfway. What happens after you're rich? After the money comes? Don't waste it. Don't blow it on dumb shit just because you finally can. Enjoy it, yes. Treat yourself, absolutely, but be smart. Invest some, save some, build something sustainable. Don't just spend your way back to broke. Use this opportunity to build actual wealth, actual security, actual freedom. Be careful who you tell. Not everyone needs to know your financial situation improved. Some people will be genuinely happy for you. Others will be jealous. Others will suddenly need things from you. Money changes relationships, not always for the better. Be discerning about who gets access to information about your finances. Protect your peace. Protect your money. Remember where you came from. Remember being broke, not to stay stuck in that energy, but to stay humble, to stay compassionate, to not become the kind of person who forgets what struggle feels like, to help others when you can, to use your resources to make someone else's life easier the way you wished someone would have done for you. The timeline on this. When is this shift happening? What I'm sensing is it's already starting, already in motion. The pieces are moving. The opportunities are forming. The money is gathering. You might not see it yet, but it's coming. Within months, within the year, sooner for some, but coming. The shift from broke to rich is already underway. You'll look back a year from now, 2 years from now, and you won't believe how different your life is, how much has changed financially, how the stress you're carrying now is just a memory, how abundance became your normal, how you went from barely surviving to actually thriving. And you'll understand why you had to go through the broke part, why it was necessary, what it taught you, how it prepared you, what the reading wants you to know. You're not staying broke. This financial struggle isn't permanent. It's a chapter, a hard chapter, a painful chapter, but still just a chapter. The next chapter is different. The next chapter is abundance. The next chapter is ease. The next chapter is rich, however you define that. And that chapter is starting soon. From broke to rich. It's happening, not because you're lucky, not because you wished for it, but because you've been working for it, building for it, surviving long enough to receive it. Your time in financial struggle is ending. Your time in financial freedom is beginning. Get ready. Position yourself. Open your hands. Open your mind and receive what's coming. Because it's coming and it's going to change everything.